All right. Hey, it's your host, Backkkk Sue, and welcome to Being My Own Friend, a podcast where we'll learn ourselves, love ourselves, and most importantly, be our own friend. Okay. So I hear that y'all are liking the podcast so far and that y'all love the first episode. So that is so good to hear. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad that y'all are enjoying this experience just as much as I am because I'm having so much fun. Like I said in I think the intro episode, I like to talk anyway, so like I'm just getting to talk and now I have a reason to sit here and talk to myself. I had one of my friends reach out and she texted me and she was telling me how she felt like she was literally sitting and having a conversation with me while she was listening to that first episode, and she was like responding back while she was listening and everything, and that warmed my heart so much. Like, y'all, I get emotional when it comes to stuff like that because I love the support from people who are genuinely supporting me and love me. Like all the little texts and DMs and everything that I've been receiving, it means so much to me, no matter how big or small that it is. Like, I love that and I really appreciate y'all, and I want to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all. So thank you, thank you. Um, all right, so with that being said, what I do need y'all to do is help your girl out. Like, comment, leave the reviews on the Apple Podcast, leave comments on my social media, on the Instagram page I have, or you can just text me or DM me if you don't want it to be like public. But let me know what y'all want to hear. Like, I have a few topics that I wrote out in my notebook because I'm trying to stay consistent. So I'm trying to have like ideas lined up so I don't get behind. But I'm I'm interested in wanting to know what you guys want to hear. Like, are there topics that y'all specifically want me to talk about, or even just little thoughts that you have, like, hey, this might be a good episode, or hey, I'd like to hear about this from you, or hey, I'm going through this. Are you going through this? Like, do you have any opinions on this? Because, like, we together in this. Like, I'm chatting with y'all. Like, y'all chatting back with me privately, but like, we in this together. Let me know what y'all want to hear because I want y'all to be entertained and enjoy it just as much as I'm enjoying it. So, back into what we're going to talk about with this episode. As y'all should have already seen, the title of this episode is going to be episode 2. It's going to be called Cup Runneth Over. And the air just came on in my house, so hopefully y'all cannot hear that. But like I said, this is going to be episode 2. This episode is going to be called Cup Runneth Over. And I know some of y'all already probably got y'all preconceptions and preconceived ideas of what that statement means or where I'm going with this, and you may or may not be right. But let's go ahead and get right into it so y'all can see if you're right or if you're wrong, or if you might have been somewhere in between. So with this episode, this idea actually was not one that I already had originally wrote out in my notebook. Um, it came to me a couple days ago when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for this next episode. Like I said, it wasn't one of the ideas that I specifically already had wrote down, but it is going to include a lot of the thoughts that I had from my other episodes that I had wrote down. So with this episode, the title is going to be Cup Runneth Over. And to me, that basically, for me, it's meaning the feeling of how life keeps throwing things at you. Like, you feel like life is constantly throwing things at you. Boom, 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 from left, from right, from all different directions. And you feel like it's breaking your glass, and you constantly have water spilling out and it's getting all over the place, and you're feeling like you're losing people and things and opportunities and relationships, etc. Whatever it is that you feel like you're losing those things or you're missing out on those things in life, when in all actuality, if you look at it another way, if you try to spin it and look at it in a more positive way, your cup is really filling up and it's running over with the blessings that you are receiving. But you're not seeing it like that because you're so distracted, because all you can see is this water constantly splashing and falling out and getting all over you and getting all over the place, and all the problems in your life, and you're seeing how other people are looking at you and they see all your water falling out, they see all your problems, they can see the mess that your life looks like right now, when really it's just all of the blessings that you have there piling up, and your cup just might not be big enough right now to receive it, so it may be spilling over but appreciate that. Like, most of the time we ask, hey, God, I want this. God, I want that. But then when we get it, we like, whoa, like, this is too much. Like, this is a lot on my plate. When in all actuality, this is what you asked for. Like, say you ask God for a job and he gives you a big management job and you like, whoa, like, this is a lot. Like, I can't handle this. But that's what you asked for, and he provided that for you, and he gave that to you. So you have to try to switch it and be thankful for what you have and try to work with what you have, and be like, hey, somebody else didn't get this opportunity. I was lucky enough to get this opportunity. So you have to just try to look at things in those ways, because a lot of the stuff that you're seeing that maybe things that are falling off, how I said, like opportunities, people, things, relationships, anything like that, you see them as falling out and falling off, but in reality, those may be things that we should have let go a long time ago. And it's taking God throwing these different obstacles at you, and in a sense stripping you of what you thought were given opportunities, things that you should have got off bat, things that you shouldn't even have necessarily had to work for because of, I guess you can say, your degree or your experience or the things you went through in life. You feel like these should be given, like these things should be given to me. Why am I having to work so hard? Why am I having to be a repeat offender and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, when this is stuff that God is having to do? He's having to throw these things at you so that you can finally let go and let God. I was just having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, at this point, the point that I'm at right now, I'm just going to have to put my faith in God. I'm going to have to let go, and I'm going to have to lean on God. Maybe God is bringing me through these things that I'm going through right now because he wants me to look at him and realize that at the end of the day, when you feel like you have nothing, when you feel like you have nobody, when you feel like you are struggling to accomplish a goal or do something that you're trying to do, I'm here. Like, at the end of the day, everybody else might not be here, but I'm here. So now you have nothing to do but lean on me. Now you have nothing to do but trust in me. And at the end of the day, it'll work out. So just let go and let God. And there's a lot of things in our life that we try to hold on to, and these might be the things that are weighing us down. And these are the things that are causing those cracks in our glass, because all this extra pressure and all this extra weight that we're trying to hold on is things that we are allowing to stick around, because nothing is going to stick around. Nothing is going to be able to stay. Nobody is going to be able to stick around or stay unless you let it. Nothing can happen in your life unless you allow it. I hate when people try to say, oh, you think everything's supposed to go your way, or you're so mad because stuff isn't going your way. In a sense, yes, I get it. But then at the same time, yes, I'm upset. Like, this is my life. So I'm going to do what I have to do to make things go my way. Like, this is my life. This is my story. I'm the narrator. Baby, I'm making this story, okay? Like, come on now. God is behind me. God already has my story wrote out, and it's my job to put one foot in front of the other and make sure those things happen. Like, so no, I'm not gonna, this isn't working out for me, so I'm not gonna sit and I'm not gonna dwell on it. But what I'm gonna do is get up and say, hey, no, I'm not doing that. Hey, no, that's not right. Hey, no, that's not meant for me. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do what's meant for me. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do what I know that I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm capable of doing. There's a few topics that I did want to touch on in this. A few different bullet points. The first one we're going to focus on, because I do want this episode to go a little bit more into not only how we are able to flip the script and see how it's blessings instead of obstacles and things being thrown at us, but also how we're able to deal with filling up our cup by ourselves. The way we are able to protect our space, deal with mental health, stuff like that, just to help you get along in life, to help life be an easier thing, to help life be a happier thing, to have a better life mentally and physically. So the importance of checking on yourself, like it's so important to check in with yourself and to check on yourself. Like, at the end of the day, nobody got you like you got you. So it's important to be in tune with your emotions, to be in tune with your mind, how you feel. Trust your gut. Like, don't let nobody tell you that that's not right. Or if you feel like something's wrong, or if you feel like you're having a bad day, take a mental health day. Like, listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mind. Like, don't let emotions or bad feelings or anger or sadness or anything like that build up and dwell inside of you, because eventually you're going to explode. If you take a glass jar or something and you just let air and all this stuff build up inside of it, eventually it is going to explode. It's eventually going to happen, and that's not something that you want. You want to be able to slowly release these things and slowly deal with them on your own time and figure it out, not waiting till it all piles up and it just busts open and you may flip or react in an instance that you shouldn't have because you're just so fed up. So it's important to check in with yourself and to check on yourself. There's different ways that you can, in a sense, fill your cup up. Some instances are exercising, if that's something you like to do. Me personally, especially right now, baby, it's hot. But I do want to start going on hikes. I really want to start going on hikes. Right now it's way too hot for me to try to do that. And I've been to Crowders. Is that like really hiking? I don't mean real hiking, y'all. Like, I really mean like just taking a walk through nature. That's really what I mean, because I'm not doing the extra. Like, don't picture in your mind like me hiking up Mount Everest or something. Like, baby, no. Like doing a 5K hike up a mountain for days. I'm not doing that. Like, I just want to do something free, healing, like at peace, just in nature. Something like Crowders, like I said. Once it cools down, I do want to start doing stuff like that. I want to start taking like walks to the park, or just going to the park and sitting and reading a book, or going to get some pelicans and just sitting there and maybe listening to music or watching YouTube or something like that. Like, I want to start doing stuff like that. Um, and just enjoying the day, enjoying the time that I have, the free time that I have with myself or with someone else if I choose to. Just, I want to start enjoying life more outside of the house. Um, Another way is reading. You can read a book. I really want to get back into reading. I've gotten a little bit better with it. I bought a few books. Just trying to figure out like what is the word, genre? What genre I want to get into. I think I'm focusing more on like romance, but then I really like crime stuff too. So reading is one of those things that you can do. Watching movies is one of those things that you can do. Watching your favorite TV show, watching your favorite YouTuber. You, I wouldn't say social media is a good way, because there's just so much stuff on social media. It can be a good outlet if you focused and looking at the right things and not getting consumed in everybody else's life and excuse me, all of the negatives that can be on there. But social media is a fine line. Thin line between love and hate, baby. Affirmations. I think either one of my sisters or my mom, I believe it was for Christmas last year, they got me this like pack of self affirmations and like self quotes to just look at every day. And I use a few of them as bookmarks in my books when I'm reading. Like, one of them says, "Quit worrying for 5 minutes." Like, just looking at something like that can make my day. I don't know about y'all, but it can make my day. Sometimes I put like affirmations and self-loving quotes as my screensaver on my phone. So, everybody, when they get up in the morning, the first thing they do is pick up your phone, whether that's turning off your alarm or just checking your phone in the morning. And with that being the first thing I see, it helps me out. It helps me get my day started on a good note. Um, Making up your bed, y'all. Um, I I don't I don't know how much to stress that. For me, it works very well. If I make up my bed every day when I get up, I me coming home to a made up bed versus a bed that looked like somebody just got up and did a bowling ball run off my bed and just went out the door. It makes me feel better when I walk in the room. Um, Having, self care days, having me days, going out and just enjoying yourself. Hey, baby, because I love myself. Okay, I will go out and eat by myself anytime. People say, "Y'all so lonely." What? No. I love going out to eat at Chili's and Olive Garden and my favorite hibachi places by myself. I will sit there by myself, order a meal, order a drink. Yeah, I don't even really drink like that, but when I want to be a little fancy, I might order a cup of wine or something. Like, I will sit there, prop my phone up with my YouTube, put my headphones in, and enjoy my meal. Like, I enjoy myself. I enjoy hanging out with myself, and you should enjoy hanging out with yourself as well. Um, Ways to protect your space. We definitely want to get into that and talk about that. You want to protect your space the same way you protect your identity. Like, you don't want nobody going and getting your credit card number or your social security number and being able to be you, portray themselves as you. It's the same thing with your space. Protect your space like you protect your identity. Hello. First things first, ways that you can do that: setting boundaries. I don't care who it is. Set boundaries, and most importantly, stand on those boundaries. Stand firm. Stand 10 toes down. Like, do the A-Town stomp on them boundaries. Don't play about that. Like, I don't care who it is, family, friends, etc. Maybe I set this boundary, I set this line, and you got about one, maybe two times on a good day to cross it, and that's it for you. Um, Declutter. How I was talking about making up your bed every morning when you get up. Also, keeping a clean room, keeping a clean space, keeping a clean car. I don't play about my car, baby. Don't leave no gum wrapper, don't leave no straw wrapper, don't leave no napkin, don't leave nothing in my car. I like to get in my car and I like cleanliness. Okay? With my room, I try my best right now. I got a lot going on in here, buddy, but right now, I mean, usually, when I first moved in, I had told myself that I wanted my room to look staged. I wanted to look like nobody lived in here. So I got like all white stuff, like to be like a hotel in a sense. I had like white sheets, white pillowcases, white dresser, white mirror, white nightstand, white bookshelf, all of that. Yeah, it didn't really last long because I actually started living in the room, and there's only so much of looking staged a room can be if you live in it. But I try to keep it tidy for the most part every night. I try to clean it up for the most part, try to keep it vacuumed and everything, keep everything in a space after I use it, put it back, just because the clutterness, it makes you feel anxious. It makes you feel like you're cluttered, like your life is cluttered. You want to try to minimize stress and stress factors. That's self-explanatory in itself. If you feel like something is stressing you out, goodbye. Goodbye. I don't care who it is. Take a mental health day. That is so important. I don't think people understand how important it is to sit back and take a mental health day. A mental health week, baby. Like, I feel like we should have those at least a day. I think in college we had like designated designated mental health days, and more so than not in college, we definitely need it. In the real world, we most definitely need it. Like, life is stressful, and we need stuff like that. So I think that is very important to have. Um, let's see. Another way that you can protect your space is to trust your gut. I think I spoke on this earlier. Trusting your gut is very important. You want to make sure that if you have a feeling, stand on it. It might be right, it might be wrong, but I would rather stand on that feeling than not and then end up reaping the consequences in the end when I could have not went through it. Also, another way to protect your space is being in tune with your feelings, like I spoke on before, how important that is. Like, I don't think people understand how important that is. Um, I feel like women might be a little bit better with it than men because we are emotional creatures. But it's important, like men. I'm talking to you. Your mental health is just as important as ours. Being in tune with your feelings and emotion is just as important as ours. Like, hopefully all men can figure that out, or they can be in tune with theirs, or hopefully a woman can come along and help them realize how important it is, because it is very important to be in tune with your feelings. I'm giving y'all all these different tips and tricks. I want to tell y'all things that have worked for me. Personally, like I said, reading. I have started back reading different type of books, and I used to really like reading when I was in school, so that's why I decided to get back into it. And I feel like it's something that definitely helped me, calm down, just be in tune with myself and kind of get away from the world and just relax. Haven't finished the book yet, not gonna lie, but it's something that I really enjoy doing, and it's just a side hobby, so I'm not pressuring myself to finish a book in a week or anything. But that's something that I really like doing. Another thing that helps me is listening to music, all different kinds. If you've ever rode with me in my car or listened to any of my music, my playlist or whatever, baby, it's all over the place. I can go from gospel to rap, from Marvin Sapp to Sexy Red to Megan Thee Stallion to Plies to Chris Brown to Honey 2 Chainz, T.I., Lil Wayne, a little bit of Sierra, Lettucey. It's all over the place. Like it's gonna be Disney songs, Disney soundtracks, Dreamgirls soundtrack, baby. I love that. You know what I mean? Curtis was supposed to love me. Like, I love it. Like, listening to music does so many good things to me. Like, I love listening to music of all different kinds. So, that's something that really helps me just protect my space, fill up my cup, have a great day. When I'm overwhelmed, sometimes I just sit down and I listen to music. Um, Going on self dates, like I said before, I take myself on self dates all the time. Nothing wrong with that. Do a little dinner and dessert. I used to go to the hibachi place that's near me, and then there's a Cold Stone near that. I would go there after that because I really like Cold Stone. How you can mix and match and make your own little ice cream dessert. You don't even have to do stuff like that. Like as far as like spending a lot of money. Like I said, go to the park, sit at the park, just take a drive around. I just get in my car and drive around and listen to music once again, and that is very healing and nice for me. Talking to your family, if you are close with your family or if you have people that you can talk to, sometimes I just FaceTime my mom, FaceTime my sisters, call my mom, call my sisters, and I just be like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a couple days. I just want to chat. I really don't got nothing to talk about. What did you do today? Where you at? What you doing? How was your day? And that helps me out. Just talking to somebody, just carrying on a conversation with somebody that I know will carry one back with me that is interested in what I have to say, you know, that can easily help you as simple as picking up the phone and calling a loved one. Watching your favorite movie. Maybe I watch Disney movies all the time. Sometimes when I'm not feeling it, I think it was like last week when I wasn't feeling it and I turned on one movie that will probably always make me feel better. It's probably two movies. Two movies that always make me feel better. First one, Dreamgirls. I love the Dreamgirls movie. I like plays and singing movies and all that stuff. That one, because I'm gonna sing all the songs. That one will instantly warm my heart, and Princess and the Frog will instantly warm my heart. I know Princess and the Frog from front to back. Baby, all the songs, maybe all the lines. I love Princess and the Frog. So just sitting and watching those two movies or any of my other favorite movies just calms me down, brings me joy, it relaxes me, it makes me happy. So that's what I do sometimes. And lastly, something that I have been getting into more recently, I think as I'm getting older and in the past probably like 6 months to a year, y'all, I've been taking baths. And I didn't used to take baths. So I was like, oh, that's dirty. Like you just sitting in your own filth. And yeah, I still feel like that. So most of the time I will either I had took a shower already or I will get in the shower and like wash myself and then I will then get in the bath afterwards. So I'm already clean. But just something about sitting, I don't know. I don't know. Something about just sitting in the water and I got me some like bubbles. It's not kid bubbles. I don't know why this first thing that came to my mind is y'all was gonna think I was childish, which I don't really care, but it's like I think it's Dr. Teal's. I think it's Dr. Teal's. Like I got the Epsom salt from Dr. Teal's that I pour in there. Like I have a lavender one and a lemon one, I think. And I think I got like a eucalyptus one. Sometimes I put those in there. And then I have like the bubble bath stuff from that brand too. And it my bathroom smells so good. I used to like my water really, really hot. Like when it's cold outside, I like my water really, really hot. But now that it's hot outside, I do like a warmish bath. I can't do cold, but I do like a warmish bath, and I just like to sit in there. Once I feel myself starting to sweat, I get up out of there because okay, you're doing a lot. But like just sitting in the bath, and I usually will like have music playing, or I'll be playing a game on my phone, or reading a book, or watching a YouTube video. Or there was one time I even brought my computer in the bathroom and I set it on the toilet across from the tub, and I was watching a movie or a TV show. I was doing something like that, just sitting in the bath and enjoying my time. I love doing that so much. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I love sitting in the bath. That's all the key points that I wanted to hit as far as like filling up your own cup or checking in on yourself and protecting your space and all that and what worked for me. Um, this episode is basically, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up, but there is a Bible verse and there's a quote that I did want to throw in here. The Bible verse that I thought of when I was coming up with this episode, or when I came up with the title Cup Runneth Over, was Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble on its own. That for me sums up this whole thing. Like, don't worry about tomorrow. Like tomorrow's already worrying about itself. You got enough stuff to worry about today. You got enough stuff to deal with today. Like, focus one day at a time, one step at a time. You can worry about tomorrow when tomorrow gets here, but right now worry about today and enjoy today, because that's all you can do. When I was looking up that verse, I seen this quote and it says, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I do know who holds tomorrow. And I really, really love that quote because it's self-explanatory. Like, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow holds, but you do know who holds tomorrow. You do. At the end of the day, you have the authority to make tomorrow be a good day. You have the authority to go to sleep and wake up and say, I'm going to have a good day. No matter what obstacles are thrown at me, God woke me up this morning. He allowed me to get up and open my eyes and breathe breath. And a lot of people did not get to do that this morning. So I'm going to make the decision that I'm going to have a good day. I hold authority in this day and I'm going to have a good day. Because, like, what did my girl Glorilla say? Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Like, come on, y'all. Like, the Lord is everywhere. Like, I don't care what y'all say. He's everywhere. He's in the songs we hear. He's in the life we live. Like, y'all just got to hear him. Y'all just got to see it. But, yeah, like, I really enjoyed this episode, and I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I know it probably got a little churchy, a little Bible study, but, that's okay. Like, let me be your Bible study for the week. Let me be your church for the week, because I didn't go to church this week, so maybe the Lord put it on my heart to give myself a little word and give y'all a little word while I was at it. But this episode really hit home for me because, like I said, I'm really big on mental health. I'm really big on protecting your space. I'm really big on setting boundaries and all that, and just trying to have the best day you can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode just as much as I enjoyed recording it. We'll get right into our outro and following our socials. Like I always say, you can follow me on my regular social media at Michaela De Sue on all platforms. As far as the podcast, I have Being My Own Friend, or you can search BMOF on Instagram. I have my link tree listed in my Instagram bio, and it has all of the available streaming platforms for this podcast. I do want you guys to continue to rate my episode on whatever platform that you're listening to it, and leave a review if that is available. And like I said earlier, let me know what y'all want to hear, because baby, I've been needing help coming up with these topics, so I would appreciate anything, any thoughts, any feedback, any comments that is given to me. But that's pretty much it for this episode. And y'all know how we do. Who gonna love you better than you? Exactly. So keep loving you, keep learning you, and most importantly, keep being your own friend. All right, y'all, that's my time. I'm your host, Michaela De Sue. Be blessed. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you back on next week's episode. Bye!